Hello, and welcome to my home. Today I'm going to motivate you in a quick 10-minute video where we're right in the kitchen, which is the problem child this time of the year. I'm getting my spice cabinet cleaned out. I'm getting ready to start cooking for the holidays. I've done a little bit. I do have one pie in the freezer, and I also have a pumpkin roll in the freezer, and I'll link that video in my description box below. In general, I know that my spices are fine, but I am checking a few expiration dates on the ones that we don't use so much. Here you can see I do have a little bit of dirt there in the cabinet, and so I'm going to get that wiped up real quick. I'm using the Mrs. Meyer's Honeysuckle All-Purpose Spray, and I just love the smell of it, and I noticed that I'm running low on it, so I need to get some more of it for sure because I'm really loving it. As I clean out, I'm also noting any spices that need to be replaced or are running low, and I'm getting a list going for that so that I can get to the store and make sure I have all that I need. This bottom shelf is a bit more eclectic. So I have my baking soda, baking powder, honey, I have my Crisco up there, some of the things that are too tall for the middle shelf, and then things that I need like spices, pumpkin spice, are going on the far left. The big stuff goes in the back, and the things that we need for other day-to-day cooking are on the right-hand side, like my Creole seasoning, taco seasoning, salt and pepper, honey, that sort of thing. There's 8 of us living here. 6 out of 7 of my kids live here. The youngest is 14 and the oldest is about to turn 24. So everybody cooks, and that means I have to kind of keep track of this cabinet to make sure it doesn't get overrun. I'm kind of picky about this middle shelf. I like to put all of the things that look alike together. So I have all my McCormick's on the far left, and then I'm going with the ones that are kind of a mishmash and we don't use as much. And then I have a certain brand of organics and the ones that we use all the time that I'm going to want to put in the very, very front. So I'm a little bit picky, and I have to tell you, it's probably going to last about a week and then it's going to be a mess again. But at least I tried, and it makes me feel good when I do it. The important part is to make sure I have all that I need for the upcoming cooking, and that I know where everything is and that it's all fresh and ready to be used. So I'm just about done here, and here's the picture. Voila! So there's my finished spice cabinet, and then here's my list of just a few things that I need that we're running low on. Now I'm heading to my freezer. I'm getting these fall leaves taken down because we're heading into the Christmas, and all I'm doing is getting the edges wiped on my freezer and fridge. I have a deep freeze in the basement for keeping any of my holiday foods, and then my refrigerator is really pretty small for the amount of people that we have living here, and so I'm just giving it a quick, what I call a company wipe. While I'm doing this quick wipe in the fridge, I just wanted to tell you that I do have a bit of a channel update at the end of this video if you are interested in hearing that. And I also want to spend a little bit of time in a few minutes encouraging you about handling the work and stress of the holiday season. Today was a crazy day, and as you can see, it is now dark outside my kitchen window. The dishwasher after lunch never got started. We usually run the dishwasher after lunch and again after supper because we have such a big family. There's always lots of dishes and cooking going on. And so because of this, we couldn't load the dishwasher after supper. Normally my kids do my dishes and clean up the kitchen after supper. But what I told them was if they would get the table cleared off and everything in the kitchen, I would take it from there, since I did have a dishwasher full of dishes that needed to be emptied. We had a very simple sheet pan dinner, and so there's not a ton of dishes, thankfully. And you'll see the recipe to that in my video in just a couple of days. And I'll try to remember when time has passed to go back and link that in the description box below in case you're watching it much later. So I don't know if it has hit you yet, or if it ever does hit you. Maybe you're not like me, but for me, the holidays carry quite a bit of work and stress, and it used to make me feel guilty that I saw it as work since it was supposed to be a celebration. But even things you love to do can be stressful. Even things you love to do can be work and can exhaust you. I was thinking through the different feasts that I read about in the Bible times, and I was thinking of the Feast of Booths, how they would go out and they had to live a certain amount of time in a tent to celebrate this feast. And I thought, someone's packing all that stuff up, someone's figuring out the meals, and then you're living in a tent. That carries a certain amount of work. It's okay that celebration carries work. And we don't have to feel guilty that we see it as work. We don't have to feel guilty that we see it as at times overwhelming. It's all part of the celebration. I think that as keepers of the home, we're especially the ones that are trying to make sure everything stays running smoothly. We're adding the extra work of getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas, but the work we had previously hasn't gone anywhere. For me, I'm still homeschooling. For many of you that don't homeschool, your kids might be remote learning. There's a lot going on in the home, just keeping the meals going every day, keeping the laundry flowing, keeping the house tidy, and helping the kids to get educated. On top of that, you're going to be adding the meal planning for Thanksgiving and Christmas and buying all the gifts, getting them wrapped, getting them prepared, figuring out whether or not you can have those celebrations where others are brought together for the holiday season. You're worried about whether or not your state is going to close. There's just lots of things to be thinking of right now. So while you're watching me clean and hopefully getting motivated to get done the things that are on your own to-do list, I also want to encourage you to take time for you to take care of you. The truth is, God created our body to require rest, and we don't get that rest time, we are definitely going to feel it, and we are definitely going to get less done in the end. When God was creating the world and He took a day to rest, it wasn't because He got tired. It was to leave us an example of how we ought to live. He also created us to need time with Him, time of prayer, time in the Bible, and that often will rejuvenate and energize us as well, but it definitely leaves us with a sense of peace. And then think about what else can fill your cup. Is it a date night with your husband? Or a coffee date with your girlfriend? Is it just a few minutes to put your feet up and deep breathe? Is it a hot bath? Is it a night of a face mask? Is it getting your nails and hair done? What are the things that you do that fill your cup and energize you? I promise if you take time away, even if you've left the kitchen a mess to do it, you'll get more done in the end if you take care of your mind, your body, and your soul. If you're like me, you're trying to make sure everyone's schedule meshes, everybody gets to where they need to be, everybody has the meal they need to have no matter what time they're coming home, everyone has their dietary needs met, any limitations that they might have, you're making sure that everybody has their meal, and it's okay to also schedule in time to make sure your schedule meshes with some self-care. Back to cleaning. Since I'm doing the kitchen anyway, I thought it might be a good time to just wipe down everything, get the cabinets wiped down. I actually don't use cleaner on my cabinets a lot. I'm a little worried of wearing them down, wearing the paint down. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it's something I think about. I usually spot clean them because they're white. It's really easy to see if there's any little bits of food or any liquid on them at all, and I spot clean. So about once a month, I'm trying to just go over them with a cleaner and no more. Other than that, I'm just spot cleaning. Other than that, I occasionally dry dust them. My kitchen's just about done. I started on one end and worked my way to the other, and now I'm going to show you a picture of the finished product that I love to see before I go to bed. And now here's my channel update. I'm hiding out in my car because I wanted to talk to you about my holiday preparation without my kids around. Having 7 kids, I would say one of the hardest things, top 3, besides when their hearts are broken and when they're trying to live their best life and they're not making the best decisions and you're trying to convince them that what they're doing isn't the best path for them. I would say the hardest part of having a large family is the holidays. And there's just so many people and you're trying to give everybody a really great holiday and everybody has different things that they want. So you've seen me clean my spice cabinet, and I did a little bit in the fridge, not a lot. I had actually thrown away stuff that was spoiled before I turned on the camera. But what I caught myself doing yesterday is cleaning up the kitchen area so that I could film me cleaning up my spice cabinet for the holidays. And so as I try to just have videos that are one subject, like preparing for the holidays, what I find is it doesn't feel real and honest because I want to be genuine, because what encourages me is that when people are honest and genuine about their successes and their failures. Like, I'm cool with somebody having this gorgeous house with these perfectly amazing decorations. I like watching those videos too. I like it when it's genuine, and I want to be genuine. So I'm going to shift my thinking. And what I'm going to do with my videos from here and through the holidays, and I'm sure it's going to end up being the way my channel moves here on out, is I'm going to kind of be moving you through my day. So yesterday's goal for holiday prep was the spice cabinet and the fridge. And then today's goals have kind of been shot because last night my daughter came down with her 2-year-old guinea pig who had like crust around his eyes and he's been kind of lethargic. So we need to take him to the vet. Well, I spent the morning, besides homeschooling, I spent the morning calling 6 vets before I found one who would take a guinea pig and accept a new client during this pandemic. So we have found one. It's after lunch right now. I've not done any filming, and now I need to go to the vet. So as I move forward, preparing for the holidays, I'm going to more move you through my day and what I'm doing rather than just showing you that one little thing, because I think it gives the impression that I had a perfectly clean house and all I had to do was get my spice cabinet ready, when really that's not so. It's like 1 o'clock right now and my bed's not made because the whole calling vets, and it just interrupted my morning routine. So as we move forward, I'm going to bring you through my day. It might not be like a pure vlog experience, but it will be more of a getting to know me, getting to know what my life is really like. So I really hope you enjoy that. You could let me know in the comments below what you think of that, if you think that's a good thing. And I would say that I'm hoping it will help you to get to know me better. I've really enjoyed getting to know the viewers who do comment. So that's a little hint to you. I would love it if you'd let me know you're watching and just drop a comment, even if it's just a little emoji, so that I know you're here and so that I can greet you. So it's time to interrupt myself and stop me from talking. Up in the upper right corner, you're going to see more cleaning motivation. YouTube is recommending one of my videos in the left corner. So go ahead and click on, and I'll see you there. Remember, as always, God loves you and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.